Good morning, church, and welcome to our daily devotion insight. And this morning, I want to share with you entitled "Feeling Forgotten." Feeling forgotten is found in Psalm 44, verses 9 to 14, and is I just going to concise this. And it says here, "You have rejected us and disgraced us. You have made us like sheep for slaughter, and have scattered us among the nations. You have made us a laughing stock." The psalmist could not understand why his people could not find solutions for their challenges. I'm sure this time in our life, all that is happening around us with, this pandemic and this COVID-19, we somehow behind our minds, we're thinking, God, have you really forgotten about us? Have you really forgotten about us? That's what the psalmist was saying, feeling forgotten. How many times you have feel forgotten, like we are just left in the ditch. We are just left in this predicament. We are just left in this whole thing. What's next? What's going to happen? From the psalmist's perspective, um, the people of God the people have not forgotten or abandoned their faith in God. As far as he could tell, they trusted God. They tried to obey his word as much as they can. And so is so much like us, isn't it? We continue to trust. We say, God, we with all our faith, we are believing, we are praying. And he would understand these results if they had forgotten God or served idols, and they have not been faithful to God, and not been able to fulfill their covenant with God. Then yes, understood. But here, they had not departed from God's ways and realized that God knew everything about them, even the secrets of their heart, which is found in verse 21. Yet problems continued and nothing seemed to make a difference. These few months has been very trying, isn't it? We just push on and move on and move on and say, nothing seemed to make any difference. They felt like God had forgotten them. How many times we felt that way? And I think not only our nation, not only us, I think the whole Christian world, in the whole entire world may be thinking, God, where are you? How long? What's next? Even though puzzled, the psalmist refused to compromise or give up. This is my encouragement. This is my own personal encouragement as well. That no matter how puzzled, no matter how difficult, no matter how I don't understand, but here, it's not to compromise or to give up. Instead, he sought God with renewed urgency. Rise up, come to our help. Redeem us for the sake of your steadfast love, in verse 26. Many Psalms deal with this theme. People experience problems. They act in ways that would seem to please God, yet He doesn't seem to answer their prayers. Does it sound familiar? Does it sound familiar? God, I'm doing my utmost best. I'm trying my best to please you. I'm living what I could, and being faithful, walking in integrity, walking in the ways of God. So, what is the message this morning if you and I are feeling forgotten? All of us face various types of challenges, but the Bible assures us that the presence of problems does not mean that God has forgotten or abandoned us. I say it again. The presence of problems does not mean that God has forgotten or abandoned us. Instead, we are to seek Him with renewed intensity. Continue obeying His word. Confirm our trust in Him. Today, if this morning you say, God, I confirm my trust in you. I still trust in you. Be confident that ultimately He will rescue us and reward us if we stay faithful. Amen. Amen. God is pleased when we have faith in Him, when we trust Him, when we continue to walk with Him. So this morning, whatever circumstances you and I are going through, and especially with nationwide, worldwide, whatever we are going through, don't feel forgotten, because God has not forgotten you and I. In fact, we are the apple of His eye. Our names are actually written on the palm of His hand. He remembers us. So be encouraged. Press on. And say, God, I will seek you with a renewed intensity. I will continue to obey your word. I will confirm my trust in you. So continue to grow, continue to stay faithful, continue to stay strengthened in the Lord. May the Lord's strength be with you, and knowing that God remembers you. Amen.